Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are, together again on the radio. Over the years, we've talked a lot about booty calls on this show. And a booty call can, be anything. It can be somebody who's hot, but professional and therefore never available. So they're around limited hours, limited opportunities. Sometimes they can be a fugly or a fatty. And since you only go over to their apartment to drop in once in a while, nobody will be the wiser. You come over and she's got that XXL teddy from Aline Bryant. And if she wears enough patchouli oil and turns down the lights and lights enough candles, you get what you need. You won't wince too much. You won't see her in the light of day. And then you get the hell out of there. Your friends don't know. Your family doesn't know. Because with a booty call, lets their family know about booty calls. One time I made the mistake of bringing a booty call to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. I don't know why I did it. Maybe I just wanted to appear to have a girlfriend or something. So I brought this girl over who I don't think I ever saw her during the light of day. Maybe I just wanted to get laid for the entire weekend, so I brought her with me. And, of course, when you bring a girl over to Mom's house, generally, unless Mom's a complete slut, and of course we have a lot of moms like that these days, but unless your mom is a complete slut, your mom assumes that there's something going on. You bring a girl over for Thanksgiving, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's somebody in her mind you're considering. So I brought this girl over, and she's making small talk, and my mom has no idea this girl's favorite drink is, it's not iced tea, it's Jack Daniels, and that she smokes 4 packs a day, and that usually, I was living in Miami at the time, I would get off work at midnight, and I'd find her down the road at the equivalent of the Dewdrop Inn. There she'd be on her 14th Jack Daniels, doing Jack and Cokes all night. No, she was not Latina. Thing. No? But again, she was a booty call. Polish girl with large bazongas. That's what she was. Large bazongas, and every time I saw her, she was 6 sheets to the wind. So when I walk into the bar, I did a radio show in Miami that was on till midnight. So when I tooled my way down South Dixie Highway and got to the bar where I knew she hung out, she was already pounding them down by the time I got there. And once she had enough lubrication, we'd just swing on over to her place. I'd bang her, and many times I would leave, head down Sunset Drive back to my townhouse in Kendall. And as I was heading down Sunset Drive, I was heading the wrong way. I was seeing the sun rise. Sunset Drive got its name in Miami because as you are heading down Sunset Drive in the afternoon, you can see the sunset. The sun is straight ahead of you most of the time. I'd be heading down Sunset Drive the wrong way. 5:30 a.m., sun coming up. And I've just had my way with Miss Jack Daniels over there. I brought this girl home. Never did anything like that again. Never. Because my mom was like, oh, you should come out more often. You and Tom should come out, and you should come for Christmas in a few weeks, and New Year's, you should come for New Year's. What are you doing for New Year's? And next summer, we're going to have a big barbecue on the 4th of July, and you want to come for that, too. And this chick is, like, looking over my mom's shoulder like, get me out of here. The hell is she talking about? So, bottom line, we all understand that booty calls are not anybody that your friends... Look, even if your friends know you have a booty call, they never see them. They never meet them. They never get to know them. For obvious reasons. Because it's just sex. And it's not only just sex, it's frequently just sex with people who have other shortcomings that your friends and family won't sign off on. They drink too much. They're sex hounds. They're fiends. They're horn dogs. They're fat. Well, any number of reasons why you do not want your friends and family to meet a booty call. But, Dean, I want to make this real clear this hour, and so that we get the right calls on the air. This hour, I don't want to talk about your booty call. I don't want to talk about your booty call because I understand that you would not want your booty call to meet your friends and family. I'm talking about somebody you're in love with. Somebody you're crazy about. Somebody you think is just fantabulous, wonderful, great, good company, fun to sleep with, fun to hang out with, somebody just great. You like them so much you actually think you love them. Maybe you do love them. And yet, like a booty call, for some reason you're embarrassed or ashamed or it's too much of a hassle, so you do not want your friends or family to meet this person. So even though they are not a booty call, in your mind, because it's somebody you like, you feel like you have a relationship. This is my boyfriend. This is my girlfriend. This is my fiance. This is my husband or wife. It can go all the way up the ladder. So you're in love with somebody who you are yet ashamed about. You're in love with somebody that you don't want to meet any of the other people who are important in your life. Maybe they'll give you a hard time because he is, fill in the blank, too young, too old, drinks too much, smokes weed, does a radio talk show. Could be any number of reasons. So here you are, you're in love with this person, but yet all your friends and family, they don't meet him. You don't want him to meet them, or you don't want her to meet them, because you just don't want to put up with the crap you're going to get from people. Now, it's one thing to do this with a booty call, because a booty call is, it's like pump 'em and dump 'em. You meet late at night, nobody's the wiser. Usually you get out of there as fast as you can. Sometimes there's alcohol involved, bing, bang, boom, get your needs met, get up. Nobody's expecting the invite to Thanksgiving. But then there are people who have relationships, and for whatever reason, people will not approve. So, here you are, you're in love, you go on vacations together, you spend time together, you go out on dates together, you have sex together, you watch movies together, you do everything together. But for whatever reason, the rest of the people important in your life, will never sign off on your relationship. So what you've decided to do is to live parallel lives. On one hand, you've got the love of your life, the person you're totally crazy about, over here. And then over there somewhere, you've got your friends, your family, the people you do business with. You wouldn't want any of them to know that on the other side of town, you're dating this person. There could be any number of reasons. I know guys who've dated hookers or strippers and then fell in love with them. And then were embarrassed. So they're sending roses and they're paying for their kids' school because half these strippers are single mothers anyway. And they move in, but you don't want people to know what she does for a living, so therefore you just try to keep her away from everybody. People who do too many drugs. People who drink too much. Could be anywhere. And by the way, I know I don't have the entire list. That's why I'm doing this show this hour, because I know there's probably hundreds of reasons why people do this. So again, Dean, you need to screen out and make sure these are not people you're just having sex with. You're in love. In love with somebody. But your friends and family haven't met them, aren't meeting them, won't meet them, because of something you're embarrassed about. You are embarrassed about the person you love.
Tom Leykis. Woof. Tom Leykis. Woof. 800-5800. Tom.
Oh, the Tom Leykis Show.
Want to speak to Tom?
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. So there you are. You're in love. In love. You have got a relationship. But for some reason, the friends wouldn't approve, the family wouldn't approve. It'd be too much hassle to explain it. So you just kind of keep the friends and family on this side, and you keep your relationship on that side, and you don't want the two sides to meet. People are going to give you crap. People are going to tell you stop. Maybe you're dating someone much older or much younger. I mean, there could be any number of reasons. As I think about that, there could be any number of reasons. And before I go to any of these calls, finally I want to say this. I wonder if there's anybody out there, and we'll add these into the mixtape, who is the person who's being hidden. The person who's being hidden from the friends and family. Again, we're not talking booty calls. We're talking love. Because I'm wondering how long people put up with that. I'm wondering how long they would tolerate that. I wondered, have you ever asked? Don't you get curious? Like, think about this. Maybe you've never thought about it before. See, I've been in this position, so I understand it. You know, I remember when I was in this position, I didn't even know what was bothering me for a long time. Something was wrong. I couldn't figure it out. And finally, one day, I thought I had figured it out, and so I decided to ask, you know, all these friends you talk about, I've never met any of them. Ever. And, maybe it's just a coincidence. And I pushed it and pushed it and pushed it and finally popped her like a zit. And she finally told me, well, you're that guy on the radio who say all these controversial things. People give me crap about you and your show all the time, and so therefore, I don't want to take the crap from people. I don't want to hear it. And I don't want them saying stuff to you, and I'm protecting you, and I'm protecting myself from them, and I don't... But as the person who's being hidden, I couldn't tolerate that anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. And I took a stand, and I made an issue out of it. I'm willing to bet there's people listening to me right now who have a relationship with somebody who loves them, or who says they love them, and yet they don't love them enough to defend them to the people who they care about, the friends and family. I mean, if you really love somebody and your friends and family don't approve, it's my opinion that you have a responsibility to defend that person, not to hide that person. So if you're hiding somebody right now, I'd like to know about it. If you are the hidden person, I'd like to know that too. Because I don't believe you can have a serious relationship with somebody who won't defend your honor. Somebody who finds it to be too much of a hassle to have to explain to people why they're with you. How can you ever have a relationship with somebody who has friends you've never met, people you never see? 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Robert on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, what's going on?
Not much, Robert.
Here's the deal. This is me to a T. I have been dating this girl, fully dating this girl for 2.5 years. Never met the buddies. Never met the family. This is a full-blown deal where I met her through work, and the deal with her is she's perfect in every way, just about, but she's black and I'm white.
She's perfect in every way, but she's black.
And I'm white, yeah. And there's no racial thing involved. It's just that she's black and I'm white, and I don't think the buddies would go for it.
Well, that is a racial thing that's involved. Your buddies wouldn't go for it.
No, not in a what are you doing with like a black chick kind of thing. In a really what? Because if you look at my history, they're all white chicks, brunettes or blondes, you know. But I think they just I don't want to deal with the questions or the are you gonna do this or are you gonna do that. Maybe some of my family members might be a little bothered by it, but, you know, my buddies, I just don't want to, I don't want to deal with their questions or anything like that, but I'm telling you, Tom.
But how can you say you love this person if you're not willing to defend their honor?
No, I didn't say I love the person. I said everything's going really well, everything's great. I mean, I get bought things.
All right, so you're not in love.
Trips. Well, I don't know if I would exactly say that, but I care for the person a lot, and
but the thing is, you'll never get to the next step if you feel that way.
That's probably true. That's probably very true.
So isn't that a shame? Here's somebody who's perfect in every way, except she's black.
You know, that's not a flaw. That's just a hang-up that it's a thing that I have with my buddies.
But think about this. You have met a woman. You're 29 years old, and you've met a woman who you just told me is perfect in every way.
Just about. And let me tell you how it gets worse. I've screwed myself to the point where, you know, because obviously there's Christmases have come and gone in this 2.5 years, and she'll say, originally she would say, well, where are your folks? And I was like, well, they don't live in California. They live over here. And so we always do the holiday thing with her. And my parents, you know, they're cool with that. They know I'm busy and other things. But, you know, if I'm never going to see my folks, it's alone. The buddies, it's alone. Or I got to go do something out of town for work. So she's totally thinking my family doesn't even live in California, which they do.
So now this person who's perfect for you, you've had to lie and lie. So essentially you've guaranteed this relationship can't get to the next step.
Pretty much sealed the deal on that one.
A woman who is perfect for you.
She's pretty rad.
So how long do you plan to keep this charade going?
Well, you know, here's the thing. I'm thinking I'm going to have to just either come clean and risk getting it cut or just cut it altogether because...
Doesn't she think it's weird that she's never met any of your friends?
You know what? It's kind of weird like this, where she makes money. She's in pharmaceutical sales. So she said, well, let's go fly out to your folks for this Christmas. I'm like, you know what? I just got in a fight with my dad. I'm really not feeling it.
And look, she's like a family person and everything. She wants to go meet your dad?
She wants to meet Mom and Dad. She wants to do it up, yeah.
I bet she's hot, too.
She's really good looking. First black lady I've been with, and she's amazing. Yeah. But here it's kind of like this. In the beginning, it was through work, and it was, you know, it started off just kind of casual, kind of we'd go here, do there, pretty much just meet her up and handle it real quick. But then, you know, we invite each other to other events, and I got to know her, and it kind of grew, and I was already like, my buddies are, they're all busy, or they're jerks, or I'm not hanging out with them, my family lives away. So I kind of screwed myself from day one, and then came all I realized that it was a quality thing.
Unbelievable.
So I'm in quite a hole here where I don't want to lose it, but I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of screwed.
But you see, there is a racial element involved. Because who cares if your friends approve?
No, I see what you're saying, and I don't want anyone...
By the way, the person who did this to me said, I never let my friends determine who I date. My friends never approve of anybody I date. I never let... But the point is, her friends met everybody else she ever dated.
Well,
it was me. It was me. I was the one that she didn't want to meet her friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just supposed to go along with that. And I finally couldn't go along with it.
I think it's at that point right now where I need to...
someday... Can I tell you something, Robert? Because I was your girlfriend, or whatever you prefer to call her.
Yeah.
One day, as nice as she is, as beautiful as she is, as perfect as she is, she's not stupid. And one day, just like I did, she's going to make an issue out of this. One day you're going to feel some pressure. One day you're going to feel like, I don't know, she's depressed or she's not being communicative. What's the matter? Oh, nothing. You know, those conversations. And then it's going to pop out. You know, I've known you X amount of time and you have no friends.
You know, and that's true. And here's what I've tried to... I think I've mastered this pretty well with her, is we've got our own, it's a small group, a good-sized group of friends where it's almost to the point where it's, I don't know, you know how there's his friends, her friends? We've got, this whole new clique of our friends, but my friends are just not in that. And it's like there's enough social activity to where... At least that hasn't happened yet, where she's going to say, you know what? What is the deal with you and your friends? Where is your family? Why don't we go? Because she's loaded, and if I said let's go see my parents this weekend, the cost would not be an issue for either one of us, but really her. You know what I mean? So I do know my days are numbered in this situation. So then I might move the topic this way. What do you suggest I do? Should I just walk away from it, or should I say, hey, look, I was kind of lame about this.
Well,
this is the truth.
Well, there's two ways to go with this. You can either just enjoy it until it becomes an untenable situation, or if your time is valuable, or at some point you're looking to settle down with a person, then time is certainly more valuable at 29 years old. Then you've got to tell her the truth and let the chips fall where they may.
I think that's the way to go.
And then, you know what? She'll probably dump you.
Yeah.
But if she's as wonderful as you say, who knows? Maybe she'll forgive you.
Could be. I'll have
if you tell her that you thought this was just going to be a casual relationship, and you don't generally talk to your friends and family about casual relationships, and then down the line you didn't realize that you actually would have feelings for her and that it would actually go somewhere, and that you backed yourself into a corner, that's not an unreasonable way of explaining your unreasonable behavior.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be the route I'm gonna take, because that's gonna be the way to go. I don't think I can just up and go. We don't live together or anything, but I don't think I could just piece her out like that. I'm gonna have to probably go that route. I'll probably have to give you a call when I do that and let you know how that went.
All right, Robert. Thank you and good luck on that. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number.
1-800-5800-TOM.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Okay.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. The Tom Leykis Show brought to you in part by Durex. Heat things up with new Durex warming condoms. There's sex. And then there's Durex. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Alex on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
How you doing, Alex?
Good. How are you? I'm
okay.
I started dating this guy about 3 years ago. I didn't think it would turn into a relationship. I was single. He just happened to be there, and he was nice, fun-loving, and I had this serious life, so he kind of fit in. And it turned out to be a relationship, and 3 years later, I don't want him to meet my family, and I've met his family, though, because he's just not going anywhere with his life. He doesn't have any goals. He doesn't really have any kind of a career, and he's a nice person, but I'm just not proud of him. I'm ashamed of him.
You're ashamed of him?
Mm-hmm.
How can you be in love with someone you're ashamed of?
I think you could love somebody without respecting them.
I don't agree with that at all. Not at all. By the way, the conversation I'm having with you, I had with a particular individual.
Okay.
You cannot be in love with somebody and be ashamed of them at the same time. You cannot love someone. You cannot love someone you don't respect. The only possible explanation is that you don't respect yourself.
That could be, or else why would I be dating him?
That's right.
And I have a career, and I'm doing very well, and I think I settled with him.
Well, you don't have to be in this relationship, and it's really telling that you just told me you don't respect him and you're ashamed of it. You're not in love with him. Maybe he's good in the sack, but you're not in love with him. I hope he's good in the sack. Is he?
He's okay.
He's not even good in the sack.
I can't say why I'm with him. I think I just got used to him being around.
That's a lame explanation. I mean, it may be true, but it's time to end that.
I'm trying, yeah.
Dear, there's no trying. You don't live with him, do you?
No way.
So you don't have to try it. You do it.
I feel sorry for him.
Stop it. You think you're doing him a favor by dating a man you don't respect and you're ashamed of?
Yeah, I think so, because he loves showing me off.
He loves what?
He loves showing me off.
What does that mean?
Means I'm attractive and I do well in life and I'm successful and
dear,
he loves taking me places.
he's taking you places?
Well, he likes introducing me to his family. I don't like introducing him to mine.
But why are you in a relationship like this? I mean, you're wasting time. You're not getting any younger here.
Mm-hmm.
You're 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have this time to waste?
No, I need to get out of it.
Yeah, like now.
Mm-hmm. I've already wasted 3 years.
If you don't respect somebody enough, if you don't love somebody enough to let everybody know it, to let everybody see it, you don't belong in that relationship. You should have the balls to get out. By the way, the person I had this situation with, that person didn't have the balls to end it.
Oh, so it was reversed for you?
I was the one being hidden.
Oh.
She actually had sex with... By the way, she actually had sex with some other guy while this was all going on.
No, I haven't done that. I would.
Well, I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're embarrassed about the person you're with,
mm-hmm.
if you're ashamed of them,
mm-hmm.
if you don't respect them, what does it say about you that this is who
this
you
is what happened. I thought I hooked up with him, and I thought, okay, this guy just needs some help to...
Dear, you are not a therapist, and you're not doing it as a favor to him. You just, like the person that I knew, you don't have the balls to say, you know what? I cannot face my friends and family with you. You don't have the balls to say it.
Do you think I should say that, or I should just end it?
No, you shouldn't tell him, but admit it to yourself. And stop acting like you're doing him some big favor. There's other fish in the sea. Believe me, you're not the only woman out there.
I'm sure there's a lot.
So you're not doing him any favors. If you are ashamed of him, if explaining him to everybody is too much of a hassle, you don't love him. You're lying to yourself and then to him and finally to me.
Well, what is that? What do you call that?
I call it having no balls. You have a very successful business. He's probably someone who fills in the time when you're not working.
Right. And I can go to him when I want to.
But it sounds to me like the business you're in keeps you very busy.
Yes.
So, he's a booty call. But you don't like to feel like you're dating somebody just for sex or just to say you have a boyfriend. So you make it into something more than what it really is.
But we spend so much time together. We go to the movies together. We cook together. I mean...
and all that time with a person you have no respect for.
Uh-huh. Because I tried to get...
It's a completely dishonest relationship.
Uh-huh, it is. I'm being honest with you, it is.
Right, but you're not being honest with him.
The way I see him, the way he thinks I see him are two different things.
Hang on a second here, Alex. Shelley, what did you want to say to Alex?
I have to say that these people are wearing me out. Life is too short. It is too short to be miserable yourself or to make someone else miserable. I think that she needs to go on with her life and find someone that she is proud of and that she's happy with and that she can spend the rest of her life with. That's like Robert earlier. You know, he found a girl that he loved. Well, then he needs to deal with it, deal with his parents' issue and his friends' issue, and do what he wants to do. Life's too short to be miserable.
Yeah, that's true. And Tom's right. See, you'll find somebody else. There's other women in the world.
You have your whole life, you know, and it's not worth going day by day and not going to sleep at night and knowing that you lived the day that you wanted to live. It's not worth it.
By the way, if your friends and family are people you love so much and they know you so well and they're looking out for your best interest, if they really are good friends and family and they really care about you and they really would disapprove of this guy, maybe they know something you can't admit to yourself.
Oh, yeah, I told my brother, and he completely disapproved.
I said, when I was in this situation, I said to the chick, I said, you know what? If you're good friends all disapprove of you going out with me, maybe I'm not the right guy for you. Maybe they know something you can't admit to yourself.
Hey, and this is another thing to look at, too, okay? You're not happy with this person. You're not proud of this person, but there's another girl out there that would be proud of him.
Yeah,
and you're
how I
wasting his time. So
I just kept feeling bad that, I'm going to dump him, but you're right. He could find somebody that does love him completely.
So you're not helping him, you're hurting him.
Well, I never looked at it like that.
So break up with him immediately.
Absolutely.
That's good advice. Thank you.
All right, Alex and Shelley, thank you. It's the Tom Leykis Show. Are you embarrassed about somebody you're in love with? Just embarrassed? So you don't want them to meet anybody you know? Kind of like a booty call, except you're in love with them? Soledad, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I actually feel kind of bad after you're talking to the other callers.
Why is that?
I'm dating a guy. He's 42, and I'm 25. And I'm actually in love with him. I'm not supporting him. I'm not, it's not like a codependent relationship or anything. I'm really in love with him, and he's in love with me, and I told my mom about him because I wanted to bring him home for Thanksgiving, and she thinks it's a phase, and she's not supportive of my decision. So, I don't care. I want to be with him. But all my friends haven't met him because I am embarrassed because all my friends are 25. They're my age. And I don't know.
Have any of them ever had a relationship with an older man?
No, they haven't.
Maybe they just haven't told you.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like you haven't told them.
Yeah.
See, if you love somebody, then it shouldn't matter what other people think. You should tell everybody, and everybody should have the chance to meet that person, and then let that person sink or fall by their own personality.
Right. I think he's so great. He's funny, and he's nice, and he's just a really great guy. He's just 42.
Oh, is that a crime?
No, I just think that my friends think it's kind of weird, that he's so old, and they make jokes, they make jokes about people who do date older people. I don't want to be that girl.
People make jokes about people they don't know and have never met. They wouldn't make jokes about somebody if they knew them, and even more so if they liked them. But if somebody is just a name or just an image, or in my case, just a voice on the radio, nobody really knows him. So they feel free to say anything about him. What if they met him and liked him? Do you think they'd still make fun of him?
I think that they would just joke around a little bit, but not in a mean way. I think they'd be really supportive of my decision.
Well, so look what you've done. By the way, has he noticed yet that you're doing this?
I took him out to see two people I used to work with in my old company.
That's
really,
not the same. That's not the same.
They're really high up, and
I'm talking about your best friends.
No, I did. I brought my best friend and her boyfriend, and the two of them, two people I really wanted to, they're people I want to impress and say, oh, these are my friends or whatever, and I brought them, and it didn't go that well.
Wow.
He was so nervous, and I think maybe you're right. Maybe I made him nervous because I seemed tense about the whole meeting, and, but I told my best friend, I told her, the guy's 42, and, try to talk to him, and he did great. But it was still really uncomfortable a little bit.
Well, dear, if you're in love with him, you have to live with that. And you have to be proud of him. Or stop seeing him.
I don't want to stop seeing him.
You cannot live parallel lives. It will ruin your relationship. Trust me. I know.
Okay.
One day I noticed that I was being hidden. And when I started saying things about it and found out that there was a reason I was being hidden, that's when everything started to go downhill. he will notice one day, and you'll pay for it.
The Tom Leykis Show.